In this demo, I'm going to demonstrate how to shorten a URL using the goodnews.best URL shortener. So we're going to take a page and shorten the URL so that it can be easily read or put in an email or a text or a letter. In this case, we're going to go to this web page here with this article on jw.org about what will God's kingdom accomplish. Up here is the URL um, that directs to this page. This giving somebody this URL will send them to this page, but it's pretty long and difficult to convey this long URL to somebody, like over the phone, or have them type it in a letter or fitting it into a text message. So we're going to copy this URL and we're going to shorten it. So to do that, we're going to go to the website goodnews.best, and you'll come here and you'll want to set up an account. So you'll click sign up and you'll pick a username, an email, and your name. You don't have to put your last name, but you can. And then choose a password. We're going to use test 555 as the password, and then confirm the password, test 555. Then you have to agree to the terms of service, which are found at this link down here. If you click there, you'll get the terms of service. So you click that and click sign up. All right, at this point, it's going to send you an email. So it says, please verify your account by email. So you're going to receive an email and that you will allow you to verify your account. And until then, you won't be able to log in. So the other thing while we're waiting for that email to come through is, so by default, you will be assigned your own custom URL. In this case, my URLs will be c.hop2it.it or chop2.it, c.hop2.it. Uh, Perhaps I don't want it to be C. I want to have something more personal. So I can put in, okay, I want it to be joel.hop2.it. So type in Joel and click generate alternate key. Now my URLs will be joel.hop2.it. Okay, the email came through, so it will look like this, and you have this link into it, and you just come to the email and you click on that link. Now it's verified. Now you can go to the control panel and we'll type in the username we chose and the password. Now you're in the control panel or the admin section of the tool. So you don't have any URLs created yet, so we'll just start off here. We'll click this button, create short URL, and you'll come to this page. Um, so the target URL, we'll paste in here what we copied from the other web page. That's where we're going to send people. We could put a note in here. So this URL is about the kingdom article. Now, the URL that you're going to send people to get to that will be joel.hop2.it/1. Per, perhaps, so that's the shortest it could probably be. But instead of having a /1, you want it to have be more branded of some sort. So I want it to be kingdom. So I'll type in that. All right, now here we have the shortened URL. So now the URL is right here. It'll be joel.hop2.it/kingdom. That will now take me to that page directly. To copy that URL, there's a little copy symbol right here, and that will copy it to your clipboard so that you could paste it in to an email or whatever you need to do with it. And let's test it out. You could just click on this example URL right here, and let's see what it does. All right, it took me directly to this page about what will God's kingdom accomplish. So that's the case. So, or if you were to type it in, somebody would have to type it into their browser. You would type this in. They don't have to type the HTTPS. So they could just type joel.hop2.it/kingdom, and it would take them to the page. So that's the basic functionality. Now, let's say that you wanted to send them to a video, and you wanted that video to be in another language. So let's say this video, Why Study the Bible, and you want it to be in Afrikaans. Now, what you can do here is there's a lot of websites have these share buttons. So this is actually, you could have shared the other article using a share button as well. So let's click the share button. And now this is the URL that you would use to send somebody to this page for it to be the video to show in Afrikaans. So as you can see, it's still pretty difficult to tell somebody this, to have it'll be almost impossible for somebody to type that URL into a browser if you told them over the phone or in person, or you try to put that in a letter. It just will be difficult. It would be difficult to fit into a text message. So I just copied that URL. Let's go back and create another shortened URL. So let's go back to short URLs here. This is showing us all the URLs that we have registered. So on the December 23rd, we have the URL that we had the code key of kingdom, the target URL, and the note that we had regarding it. So we click on this button up here to create another short URL. So I paste that in there, and this is why study the Bible. And this time we're going to just go ahead and leave the default URL. So it'll be joel.hop2.it/2, and we'll click save. Now we have the URL. It will be joel.hop2.it/2 .it/2. So let's try it. We'll copy the URL and we'll go to the page, or we could just click on this short link here, the shortcut, and it takes us directly to the page, and it's in Afrikaans. So that's how you could send somebody to a page. Now let's do a couple of, so now let's go back here and let's view these short URLs that we've created. So this first one here, the Kingdom one, let's take a look at it. So we now have some stats. So that it says that this URL has been clicked on 2 times. It was clicked on at December 23rd, 2020 at 1:41 a.m. and then another time at 1:33 a.m. And this is in Mountain Standard Time. And then down here we have a chart that says we've had 2 clicks on this URL in December. So this will be for 6 months. It'll be a 6-month chart, so you'll have a history for 6 months for this URL. I want to get more detail on this one. So it was clicked on this date of December 23rd, 2020. This is the IP address that was used. It was the United States, Arizona, Apache Junction. The time zone was America, Phoenix. The code king was Kingdom. The note was Kingdom article, and this is the target URL that we sent them to. Well, let's get an example of another. Let's say we're in Germany. Okay, so now let's try clicking on a link. Let's click on this. Let's check out this second link. Right now it shows that we have 1 click on it. And it was again in Apache Junction, Arizona. But right now our IP address is in Germany. So let's click on this link again. Takes us directly to the page in Afrikaans. And now we'll go back here and we'll update this page. And you can see now there's 2 clicks. And if you scroll down here, you'll see the chart says 2, and you'll see that the date and time of the click, the IP address of the click, but you notice that these fields, the country, state, and city are not filled in yet at this point. Well, it takes a couple minutes for that to get filled in. It runs on a timer. It runs every 2 minutes that it fills those in. So if we wait a couple minutes, let's see if it's run yet. Okay, it's run. So as you can see, the country is in Germany, state is HE, Frankfurt is a city. Let's look at the expanded one. So it's Germany, state of Hesse, city of Frankfurt, time zone Europe, Berlin. Now if we go back to the dashboard, now this is a total of all clicks that have happened across all the URLs. So for December, we've now had 4 clicks. Another aspect of the system is, let's say you want someone to send you a message, but you don't want to give out your email address. So you can go to, remember our URL was joel.hop2.it. And just send them to that without any slash. Now it takes us to a page where they can send a message to you. So let's say it's from Bob. Um, they don't want to give you their email address, and the only required field is that they put in a message. So some message here. And then they would click send to send you that message. And now we'll wait a minute and it will come through, and then you can see what you would receive from that message being sent. All right, so you can see here it says you have received a message sent to the Good News messaging system. The name of the person was Bob. They didn't provide an email address. The message content was some message here. So hopefully they would provide an email address or a phone number or something so you could contact them back. All right, that pretty well does it for this demonstration. So again, the home page for the shortener is goodnews.best, and you could try it out if you don't want to set up an account by clicking this get quick short URL, and that way you can put in a target URL and you can brand it with a code key or use the default one generated, and it will be go.hop2.it slash the code key, and you can get that short URL by clicking get short URL, and that way you can just use it. You can use this without setting up an account if you just want a quick and dirty URL. All right, that will be it, other than the fact that to note that under pricing, notice that it's 100% free for unlimited non-commercial use. So all the features are available 100% free if it's non-commercial use. And commercial use would be anything that is for a for-profit organization or to facilitate generating income. If you want to use it for a for-profit commercial entity, you still can. You subscribe for $12.50 per month through PayPal. I guess that's about it, and hopefully you'll benefit from this tool. Thank you.